That was, in all possible worlds, that was a necessary course of action.
Okay. Welcome to League of Legends podcast. League of Legends pod. League of Legends.
Wow. Okay, cut that. We're starting.
I never start over one take.
No, absolutely fucking not. We literally lost audio last week. Like,
I don't know. One take. Welcome to the legendary League of Legends podcast.
One take if you don't count
the one-stop shop for all your League of Legends LCS needs.
And evidently, the one take podcast if you don't count all the other takes.
We've only done 2 takes once, and that's because we needed to, okay? We don't need to redo the intro every week.
I mean, you literally couldn't even say the name of the show. That's pretty bad. The
name is so brilliant that it's so hard to comprehend.
You're horrible, and you should feel badly about yourself.
So, what is this? Week 7 of the LCS is just concluded. How we looking? How did this week look? Did it look really one-sided? Because I think it looked really one-sided.
It looked one-sided enough for us to go 9-1 in our predictions.
And the only game we got wrong was the one that we said we were most likely to get wrong.
But we accurately predicted everything and accurately predicted what we were most likely to fuck up. And yeah. It was not the best week entertainment-wise.
Oh my god! I mean, if you calculate the amount of Pepto TSM fans had to go by after this week, boy,
freaking howdy! Hey, I gotta say, I didn't feel that stressed about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You played Liquid and got your shit kicked in. I'm sorry. What?
No, I didn't like that, but I didn't feel stressed about your long game, is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is your problems don't affect me.
All I'm saying is TSM is Gohan, and they're going to beat Cell, who is Team Liquid.
I haven't watched that show in so long.
Bro, it's the best anime. I'll say second best anime, because nothing's going to beat Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, I was very wary of what you were gonna look. This is not a weeb show, not yet anyway, not yet. So for now,
all right. Do you want to talk about the games in general, or get right into a highlighted match?
Let's talk about our highlighted match, and then
the first
for
match of the week.
Our roster swaps, we can just talk about our specific roster swaps with general matches, if that makes sense for you.
All right. Let me just pull up the stats real quick. Okay. So, this week we had, for our highlight is going to be CLG versus Golden Guardians, and dear lord.
A wild-ass game, to be sure.
Oh. So, Golden Guardians seemed to be in control for most of the game, while CLG just kept making stupid mistakes for, the majority of the game.
Free LG, indeed.
And then suddenly, for some reason, Golden Guardians let CLG get access to their base for 10 minutes and then dance Baron that whole time. And I don't understand what that play was, because they were basically CLG was trying to play desperate backdoor triple teleport, which they tried to pull off and failed. They did the same, TSM ran a similar idea, but TSM had a lot more leverage than CLG did, because CLG is trying to counteract the Baron, not start the Baron. So when you don't have control of starting the Baron, the other team can just leave Kennen to defend the base. And you know what Kennen's really good at? Fighting multiple people.
Yeah, there were also some issues with,
Oh, also, fuck Aatrox jungle. Fuck it real hard. I hate it.
Okay, that's not what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about specifically the last play. When Otto's Ezreal teleported in, he seemed to TP kind of late, and there was actually only one minion alive left for him to teleport to. And that one minion was in a sea of red side minions, and right in front of Haunter. So, Otto's Ezreal teleports in. Sion is at 20 HP off to the upper side of the top Nexus turret, and Froggen is behind him, closer to the lane than to the Nexus. And what that does is it gives Haunter, who's this fucking nasty cannon, basically a free combo on the Ezreal. So he immediately combos the Ezreal, and then the Ezreal has to E away, and he's at like a third HP. And Haunter just flashes on him, and he dies. Like, right, like PoE, who still had, I think, Banshee's Veil at that point, didn't body block it. Like, there didn't seem to be any communication. Neither of them placed a ward. Like, it was just bad. Like, it seemed so ill prepared. Like, it really felt like just a last minute, like, fuck it, we're doing this, get in there, no plan, and then they just died.
I mean,
to a Draven and a Cannon.
They were behind most of that game.
Oh, I know, but like that play was just like borderline trolling. Like,
borderline, yeah, borderline.
Okay, that play was trolling. Like,
I don't know. With CLG, they were behind. They're trying to make and they were trying to make desperate plays. I get why they went for it, but I feel like they probably could have been more precise about it, because all they have is a Kennen. If you just spread out far enough, Kennen can't catch all of you. Like, that's the downside of Kennen, is he's reliant on getting people together, and they all just grouped up right next to the top side in him, and Kennen got an ult on 3 people.
Yeah.
Alone, diving his Nexus, and I'm just like, what did you let him do that? Back. Yeah, they were on their way back, but like,
because definitely did technically kill the Darshan.
I mean, Darshan was chasing down.
I mean, Darshan TP'd it, like, Darshan got there at, like, half HP, got fucking chunked by the cannon.
I feel like teams keep
Shout out to Haunter this game, by the way. He bullied Darshan in lane, which I would expect to happen.
Yeah, Cannon versus Scions are really
easy. And overall, Haunter played pretty good this game. I was happy from young Kev. Young Kev.
My problems with the
young Kev.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Young Kev. Okay, I'm done.
My problems with the GGS team comp is it seems like a team fight team comp, but they have very little engage besides Flash Cannon ult or Thresh dive.
Okay, well, it worked out for no.
But yeah. That means that they have to resort to picks with Thresh and LeBlanc.
So, that's a hard team to pick too. Scion.
Yeah, like, you're not picking Scion, you're not picking Jarvan. I guess you can pick Ryze, but Ryze can play smart and not get picked. They got Tom Kench and Ezreal. That's like, you're not gonna pick them. And it's a hard ass
comp to pick.
They basically won off of CLG misplaying their comp, or at least not being ahead enough for their plays on their comp to work out, because they were trying to play that, like, around the map style. They did it a little bit every now and then, but they had no control over Drakes. They had 1 to 4 Drakes. They had no control over Baron. Then while they were trying to push the base, and they were basically relying on the base push to pressure them off of Baron, on top of a little bit of poke from Ezreal and Scion just tanking up to get Ezreal in there. But like, I like CLG's comp more than Golden Guardians, but CLG just they couldn't do it. Like, for some reason they couldn't play it, and I think it had to do something with Ryze taking forever to come online. And
I mean, it seemed like they had a kind of a they didn't even feel in control in the early game, right? Like,
no. In the early game, they were throwing super hard. They were making awful plays everywhere, and they like.
And it didn't feel like, I mean, like, they stopped making awful plays, but they never started making, like, really intelligent, safe bet plays. You know, I feel like it was just, like, from awful to, like, okay, but when you start awful and you give your opponent enough of a lead, then okay is not really gonna cut it.
I suppose it could be their really early, not really early game, but like their first 10 minutes of the game, their mistakes there, and maybe a little bit after that, kind of stifling their ability to get in the game and use their mobility, because they're playing with two hyperscaling champions on Ezreal and Ryze, and Ezreal didn't build the second tier item.
No, and also keep in mind that, like, I mean, it's like a LeBlanc, Cannon, and Draven, so like all three of those champions do pretty well with a lead.
Yeah, Draven's really strong with the lead. LeBlanc can kind of turn off 2 lanes at the same time with the lead. Yeah.
Cannon can just bully topside out of control.
Cannon can bully topside from behind for the most part.
Yeah, and so if you give him a gold lead, he's gonna do it even harder, right? Like,
Yeah, and then he has Klepto, so he's just stacking Klepto
yeah,
stacks
and
as
the
much as he
Draven had
can.
Klepto too, right? Like, this was the big fat money stacks game for
I
Golden Guardians.
I
The
don't really,
gold that they're guarding is the gold in their coffers.
I don't know. I'm not feeling
200
the.
IQ, 200 IQ analysis, by the way.
Just, right there, just go right to the desk, man. They need
200
that. They need this kind
IQ
of analysis over there.
analysis. I'm actually a League of Legends genius, anyway.
I'm not feeling the Draven Klepto pick. I feel like any other keystone works well there. Like I don't see why you need this over press the attack or what's the other one?
Conqueror?
Conqueror. Yeah, you want to press the attack, Conqueror, and I think he runs.
I think Conqueror is more common than. Wait, on who? Who are we talking about?
No, Draven. I don't think Draven runs Airy.
No, I think
thinking,
Conqueror is the most common.
I was thinking of the half health one. I can't remember.
Me either.
But yeah, I'm not so hot on that keystone. And then I don't know why you're running Aftershock on Aatrox in the jungle. Like, why are you doing that? I mean, I guess he's kind of being tanky. He built Black Cleaver into GA just to be really annoying. But like, I don't know. I just really don't like Aatrox jungle. I feel like it's super slow and it has a very bad early game, especially into Jarvan. But that ended up panning out because Moon kind of shit the bed on Jarvan. But I don't think he played bad. He just didn't turn up. Like, he just didn't have any super good plays. And he just they all just fell over.
I agree. I mean, honestly, it was kind of a boring game.
Yeah, until the
last like 2 minutes, right? Like, this game, when I was watching it, I was not like, oh hell yeah, dude, this is live. I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, this wasn't TSM versus C9.
And I lost my mind, right? Like, it was so exciting. So like, yeah, it's our highlight match, but it's kind of only highlighted because of one play and because everything else was kind of bad.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
In your opinion.
In my opinion.
Alright, so I think that's enough for CLG Golden Guardians. Kind of a low skill match. But Golden Guardians were able to kind of play it out better on top of CLG's mistakes. So let's move on to the rest of the week. We had TL versus C9, which I thought was kind of just another fall over kind of game.
Wait, which one are we on?
TLC9.
TLC9. Team Liquid versus Cloud9. 9 whole clouds in the sky. Yeah, this game was not fun to watch for me.
Again, Aatrox jungle. Straight up hate it. Think it's straight useless, and I don't know why you're running this.
2-7-2, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Literally none of C9's lanes were even or ahead except for Nizzy. Yikes.
And they last picked Poppy into Jace, which works okay, but you kind of need a decent jungler, so that way the pressure Poppy can absorb top lane from the jungler, especially Sejuani, who just can't jump in on Poppy because of the W, so that you can make that pressure work somewhere else and counter jungle or take Drakes and stuff. And C9 didn't do shit this game. They just kind of fell over and couldn't make anything happen for the most part.
Yeah, it was weird, man. Like, I mean, it wasn't weird. Like, Svenskeren really had a rough game. And he had a rough game against TSM the other week. And
oh, wait.
I don't know.
Was this the Baron steal? Yeah! This game actually had a really sick Baron steal from Sven and Nizzy, where they combo.
No, I agree. The Syndra got it, right?
Yeah, Syndra got it with the W, true damage. But Sven and Nizzy hop over the back of Baron wall, and it's at like, I don't know, I want to say like 1400.
I don't even think Nizzy hopped the wall. I think she just W'd.
Oh, not Nizzy, I'm sorry. Sven hopped the wall.
Yeah.
Sven hopped the wall with E and then revived out. But it was actually really tight, and I think Xmithy just straight up missed the smite and didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Alright, next game was Hunt Up These TSM. So I had to go order a whole new thing of Pepto for this match. So I got that 2-gallon size coming back for the rest of the season, hopefully.
Yeah, this game was long. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot that it was so long. It was 53-55.
Well, here's the thing with TSM games as of late. It's that if TSM fall behind early, they're really good at just holding it out. They crossed 100,000 gold, by the way. But they're really good at drawing the game out and letting the other team just sort of fuck up until TSM has, like, the amount of fuck-ups TSM has equals out, and then they get to surpass them. So, I guess, like, I guess TSM... I'm entirely missing my point. My point is that Sven said the reason why games take so long is that bad teams can't close quickly enough. And this is bad teams being unable to close against TSM, and that's why their match time seems so much higher as of late. Like, I think they've had 2 games over 50 minutes in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, 100 Thieves really did fail to close. They had 3 Mountain Drakes and...
Yeah, they had. I'm just sitting here like, how are we not lose? They opened all 3 inhibs at least, and then they
how
took
are we
the
not
Nexus
lose?
turret. Like, how did we not lose this game? And then 100 Thieves are just like, well, base is gonna get kind of backdoored a little bit because they have so much more mobility. TSM loves this hyper mobile comp. Hate Riven Top, by the way. Think it's garbage. Reddit, shut up. It's not broken.
It is Broken Blade though. Oh, got him!
I just don't like it. I feel like it's...
I just was making a Broken Blade joke. I don't think it's good.
I don't like... I guess it works into Aatrox, but I didn't see it turn much over.
Are there not better picks that aren't Riven?
Renekton.
That's a good point there.
Pick Renekton on either side of the Riven matchup, or on the Aatrox and Riven matchup, and it's just like, just play Renekton, man. Just run right through him. I'm honestly shocked that Renekton's not seeing more play right now. I feel like it would have been a much better pick instead of Riven, but Riven's just...
That's because you're a huge Renekton player, and all you do is play Renekton?
That's not all I do. I play a lot of other champions.
You're right, sorry. You play 3 champions. Renekton, Poppy, and Jace Portly.
No. My pool is Renekton, Camille, Kled, Jace.
We're not. This is not an Anthony's pool. This is not a NizzyTV pool pod. Fuck this. I'm not even gonna flame you anymore because I don't want to go down this. I don't care. I don't even give a shit enough to flame you. All right.
We're here to talk about the League of Legends Championship Series. Come on.
Yes. That's. I'm not here to talk about your fucking stupid top lane pool. Who even plays top? What kind of fucking beta male? Anyway.
Amazing.
I digress. I apologize. That was a joke.
Oh, also, Aphromoo
has
been gone. I don't know where Aphromoo's been, but Aphromoo's been gone.
It's that gray mustache hair, man.
Like, Aphromoo has been AFK for this entire split.
So have you, though. I mean, to be fair, he's put up better numbers than you.
Has he?
No, I don't know. Maybe. Here's my question. Soligo, both in this game and the previous one, we can just jump to the other 100 Thieves. So one of our topics today is to focus on some of the roster swaps, right? 100 Thieves, Optic, and CLG specifically. So now that we're here, why don't we touch on Soligo, at least in this game, and maybe we transition into the other one. What did you think of the new fella?
He looked fine. That's it. He looked fine. He played well. Actually, he didn't play the second game. I think they had Huhi in. Oh no, that's just a typo. Never mind. So yeah, he seemed to play okay, but they still both lost. Like, he didn't beat Bjergsen in lane. I wouldn't have expected him to.
No, oh my god, no.
If
he had beat Bjergsen in lane, I would have been like, yo, like.
But he did okay against Nizzy. But he was playing Lissandra, and Lissandra's just sort of an AFK kind of player or champion.
In the TSM game?
No, that was the Cloud9 game.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But especially with the 100 Thieves this week, it felt like Aphromoo was dragging them back. Like, by the top of their collar, he slammed them back on the ground and dragged them backwards 100 feet.
He definitely didn't do a lot to help. I mean, the 100 Thieves for C9 game was ugly. Like even as a C9 fan, I was like, "Oh, come on, right? Like, ooh, this
Well,
feels bad."
everyone's straight inting, and like I didn't dislike their comp. Their comp was a really
Fun.
strong team fight comp,
Yeah.
and it should have been an interesting fight between C9 and Honor Thieves, but C9 picked fucking Corky bot, and
Yeah,
I'm just
throwback to every bot lane in the entire history of the world being Ezreal versus Corki.
uh Worlds, man. I miss Corky at Worlds, but like. How, they have
Why?
so much magic damage. Their only attack damage dealing champion is Aatrox.
Yeah. And
How
they
the
still
hell do
clapped
you
them.
lose this game?
And they still got I mean, there's like what?
How much? Hang on,
MR
I'm gonna
boots,
check.
MR boots, MR item. There are 3 MR boots and 1 MR item other than that, right? Like,
Aatrox dealt more damage than Corky. What? How?
dang.
I
I
don't
don't know,
understand.
actually. Because he was fucking huge. He being Corkster, the young sneaky.
Wait. Hang on. I don't understand why Vladimir didn't build a Spirit Visage at all.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just told you. There are 3 MR boots and then only 1 other MR item on the team.
He built Spell Thieves, or not Spell. I'm sorry. He built
Burden Belt Zonias.
no the Sork's boots. He built Sork boots
Or
and
Silkboots.
no MR at all. Like, what are you doing? You're playing into 4 magic damage champions. 4 of them. Count them. 4.
Yeah, it was a rough call.
And sure, Jarvan bum rushed a
Helm.
the helm. He bum rushed
Adapted
helm,
them.
but like it, you need more. You need more tank when, especially when you're behind. Like defensive stats are like the best stats in the game on either side of a
Yes.
header behind.
I agree.
But like they just didn't build it. He built his Zonias straight out, and just why? Why are you building Zonias? Aatrox is useless. Just and then Aatrox had I think he got a really early EXE, so he just cut Vlad's healing in
He
half.
did. He got a very early
So
EXE.
these are more reasons why you need a Spirit Visage. Like, just go Seekers, Spirit Visage into Proto Belt. Like, that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't really need that Zonias that much, especially if you're dueling Aatrox. If you get that Zonias off, it's just like, are you waiting out his
Maybe you're waiting
ult
out your
timer?
pool.
No, you're waiting out his ult timer. That's the only time I think it's useful in an offensive capacity. But
Fair.
like on a defensive capacity, you shouldn't be in that situation to begin with, where you need that Zonias before you finish 2 items. To be honest,
I don't disagree, Anthony. I think it was a wild ass game, and I think 100 Thieves did just about everything wrong. I don't know. It wasn't even fun to watch. I found myself getting distracted because I was like, "Oh, sick! They're stomping like heavily. Fine, great, cool." A one-sided route. Love to see that. I don't. I want to see competition.
all right. The next game,
Oh, did we settle on Sully go better or worse than Hooney?
he seemed fine. I
It
think.
didn't seem like he was the reason they were losing. Like you said, I think it was Afro.
Yeah,
And I
Aphro was
think he
throwing
seemed like
curveballs.
he seemed like consistent at least, right?
Yeah, he seemed fine. He didn't seem better than who he was. My problem is I'm like, you're
No,
getting
but you gotta
enough.
at least try, right?
I mean, yeah, you gotta do something with this team right now. There's something wrong and something needs changing. But like, he's not better than who he. So I don't like. It's Afro. Something's wrong with Afro. For the love of God, something's wrong with Afro. Fix this. Okay, so let's go on to the next match, which was Clutch Gaming versus FlyQuest.
Clutch Gaming versus FlyQuest.
Pull up those stats.
Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on.
So, do I actually have notes on this game?
Clutch Gaming. I know I don't. I do know that Wild Turtle beasted this game. 7-1-7 for my fucking boy.
I love
it's
Wild
Jason
Turtle.
Tran, that's his name, right?
Jason Tran, I think so.
Yeah, dude, that's
Justin
the
Tran?
homie,
I don't
dude.
remember. But Wild Turtle's my boy. I love this dude to death. I wish nothing but greatness for him, unless he's playing TSM, in which case I'm sorry, brother, but I gotta stomp you.
It is Jason Tran. I am godlike with my Wild Turtle knowledge.
This felt like a throwback to season 3 and season 4 with Wild Turtle for me.
Which is absolutely eviscerating teams that
Oh my
weren't as
god,
good as his.
just being the AD carry, like backline cannon, just like walk forward and kill people, and then sometimes you press the flash key and they die even faster.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Wild Turtle I want to see all the time, but it's so hard to see this because JJ's so inconsistent. Pole Builder, Santorin, and Viper seem okay. Viper a little bit more inconsistent, but I feel like JJ is kind of holding Wild Turtle back. And if you put Wild Turtle with Biofrost or with Smoothie, I think he'll do a lot better. Like, I think if you get a better support for FlyQuest, they have a massive upgrade on their hands, and they're going to be an even better team for it. But who are you going to get right now? Everyone's taking.
I agree, because Wild Turtle is fucking nuts.
Bring back its special.
What?
Bring back its special.
Well, anyway, bring back Lemon Nation, by the way.
Nah.
Yeah, I know. Look, I agree completely. JJ felt fine this game, but a lot of the times when I feel like Turtle is behind, it feels like it's never really because he's fucking up as much as the lane is behind or JJ's playing inconsistently or something else is happening. Turtle feels like a really good rock. Pobelter always seems consistent to me. Like, I never feel like Pobelter is like getting like completely clapped out. And Viper is, I don't know, Riven players, man. What can I say about them? Nothing kind, so I won't beat that dead horse. But and Santorin always felt consistent, right? Like back in the day, now like Santorin never feels like he's just heavily griefing his team. Like I don't know, certain other players.
Even when he was on TSM back in I think 2015.
No, yeah, he was always consistent. He was never the hard. He was very rarely the hard carry, but he was also very rarely like the fact of the loss, right?
Yeah, he was much more of a ward bot. He was really, I don't want to say a passive player, but like he did his job. He was a role player. Role player is the thing I'm looking for. That was the problem with this team is everyone's like, this team's full of role players, and I don't know if that's gonna work. But
what team?
FlyQuest.
Oh yeah.
And then I still think to talk about Clutch for a little bit, like what the hell is going on with Clutch that they haven't realized they have a bunch of inconsistent players, and they need to figure out how to make them more consistent.
They might know that, but they might not be able to fix it.
Just swap out the bot lane. Straight up, swap out the bot lane.
But who's their fucking academy bottom?
I don't know.
Me either. Look it up for me.
Their academy bot lane is Cody's Son and Papa Chow, which sounds replaceable.
Cody's Son is not bad.
That's the thing. It's like, why is he not playing right now?
Yeah, Cody's Son isn't bad, and Piglet's playing like, ooh, I don't know.
Hang on. Did he play? I thought he played Aurelia this game. Does he play Aurelia the next day?
We're on the second day.
No, this is the first day. This is the third game.
You're right. I'm trolling myself, by the way. It's the fourth game. I'm trolling myself, by the way.
So,
yes, he plays Aurelia the next day.
Yeah, so, like, why are we not putting in Cody's Son right now when we're being inconsistent and we're not making playoffs? This roster needs changes. Like, Cooney's looked inconsistent. Piglet's looked inconsistent. DeMonte's been on a slight downward trend. I guess he looked better this game. He went 7-4-3. But
yeah,
I don't fucking like how does this? How are there no roster changes here? Optic's making roster changes. 100 Thieves are making roster changes. Who else is making roster changes right now? Echo Fox, I think, are probably making roster changes. If not, they need to.
True.
Counter Logic Gaming is making roster changes. Everyone who's like borderline of play or like well out of playoffs right now are making roster changes, if not to try to get playoffs, just to try new people out and see what's happening. Because that's what they need to be doing. That like 100 Thieves and Echo Fox, they're almost statistically eliminated from playoffs. Basically, I think after next week, if they don't win 2-0, they're out of playoffs guaranteed. But like they need to start making changes. Because if they don't make playoffs, they need to be ready to put in a new team next split.
I agree.
I have
but it
lost
seems
my...
like they're not willing to experiment. And I don't know why, right? Like, I don't really follow Academy. I don't know if it's something with scrims.
Academy has a 7-way tie for second or something like that.
That's wild. I don't know if it's like scrims data or like why
Like,
this is happening, but
with that big of a clump in Academy, it seems like it just seemed like anyone should be trying shit. Like, swap out something. Anyone who isn't in playoffs right now, swap shit out.
oh, I agree.
Okay, so what's the next game?
The next game is Fox Opt.
Oh yeah.
So this is a good chance for us to talk about the Optic roster changes between days. Now this game, a fat W, and I mean a fat with a PHAT, fat W for Optic. I mean, Crown looked nuts on that Corki. Era popped off, and Medios was out here setting things up nice with the Sejuani game.
Fox looked like garbage, man.
Yes.
Fox looked like hot garbage, and I don't understand why people are giving NA top laners chase. Like, you're gonna lose if you pick this and don't have another win condition.
Well, it isn't Ndokla, so...
It wasn't a Dokla. And Dokla looked bad this game.
He looked bad the next game, too.
I don't think Dokla played... Wait, Dokla played tomorrow or the second day?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he went 1-5 on Aurelia.
Lauren looks so much better than Dokla
Yeah,
has.
I don't know, dude. Dokla going 1-5 on Aurelia was yikes.
Who
But
the
like,
fuck picks Aurelia top lane? Jesus Christ.
Dokla.
He was. I think I remember him bullying around early. We'll talk about that game later, but like I don't understand how these teams exist in 2019. To be honest, they just look so bad.
Yeah, I'm confused. Is the talent pool that shallow? Are there really no good like top laners or supports
It's
in the world?
that thing where once you get down to everyone being within 1% of each other, they're not actually within 1% of each other. They're actually within the division. The division of 1% of each other. So like that 1% gets extrapolated out, and then everyone's placed within that. From like the first place is 100%, and the bottom place
Yeah,
is
no,
8%.
I understand what you're saying.
But it just seemed like Fox had a grand opportunity to focus topside, didn't pan out. Bot side went what's that, 12-3 total for the bottom half of the map. So
Oh, you're counting mid as bottom half.
yeah. So it's just like I don't. You
Bro,
guys
it's
just
like,
got.
how are you
steamrolled.
getting that from 3-0? It's like
They had no control on the map. Like you pick Jace and you need to make Jace win, but then you run into Yorick, who just split pushes, and Jace can't duel Yorick with his ult up. So you need to kill the ultimate. Solo Q. Kill Yorick's ultimate before you fight him. But you need to kill Yorick's ultimate, and then duel him, and that takes away half your mana pool before you can even start the duel. So it's just like, well, what do I do now, guys? I can't fight him ever. Though I did like the Trundle pick. I like the Trundle pick into Sejuani because you can steal Sejuani. Sejuani's resistance is really early and get a bunch of resistance.
Oh, the Trundle pick is good, especially I think they talked about this during the cast with Aftershock. If you can get that,
yeah, you proc the Aftershock and you steal it all.
You steal it all, and you get a dumb tanky. That was a good pick by Panda. I will not deny this.
All right, so let's
He also played it fine. Like,
yeah,
Panda does not feel like the reason they took this fat L.
yeah, Panda has not.
Apollo,
They've been. Oh wait, hang on.
5-3
Is it the
Israel.
next day that Panda looks like a monkey? Because I remember Panda looking like a monkey one day.
He did go 0-5-2 on Sejuani in a 3-19 loss to Fly.
But before we get there, let's talk about TL Golden Guardians.
Well, here, wait. Should we talk about the other Optic game to stick with our theme of roster swaps?
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Well, we don't have to.
No,
It's your fucking show.
That's fine. We'll do this. It's fine.
My god, I actually hate you, by the way.
Okay.
So the next day they played TSM.
TSM had another really heavy magic damage team comp. I think
Oh
Ezreal,
yeah, they did. Wait, what?
Ezreal,
Okay.
Ezreal spec'd into the Blade of the Rune King though, so it helped give him. Ezreal's like
Yeah.
fourth item really decides what his damage type is super heavily, and I don't know how.
Because
like
everything
I
before
know
that
how,
is
but
like
like
borderline utility, no
yeah,
damage.
it's borderline utility scaling, all mana items and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like I want to increase my AD and AP like this, but I don't. Why are you running Aurelia into this? Like? What's Aurelia doing?
Nothing.
Like,
Going 1-5 and like yeah, I don't see the point of the Aurelia pick. Broken Blade had a nasty Vladimir game.
also, no one
Quirky
seems to
looks
be scared of
busted right
Draven.
now.
No one should be scared of Draven at all. It seems like Draven's a like entire non-factor in games.
I agree. Shout out to my boy Corky looking fucking busted this weekend.
I don't. People think Corky's boring in lane. I just like Corky because he creates a lot of interesting like roam plays.
I love playing Corky. He's so much fun.
Like
I will pick Corky bottom lane if my team needs AP and I don't want to play Kai'Sa or Ezreal.
like I would just rather. I like watching mid lane roams to side lanes, and I know people hate this as bot lane because you get the 5-man dives with the TVs and shit. But
It is a curse.
I like watching high level dives because it's really interesting to watch them trade tower aggro, start the fight, wave control the wave to time perfectly with the dive, and Corky gives you so much range on that it makes it really possible. And I'm really sad that Talia is kind of out of mid lane because of that.
True.
These are the things people hate about playing League of Legends, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. Here's my thing. I do also miss Talia for the roams.
Yeah, the roams and like the really interesting map control you could do sometimes is just like, and I'm gonna shut you off from Baron because you were too damn slow.
Yeah.
But now that they have like Tom Kench mobility, they have Galio. Well, they moved Galio to a support. I still hate Galio support. Still hate it. Like
I know you do.
TSM's bot lane didn't do shit.
Change.
I know it's not gonna change, but TSM's bot lane didn't do shit this game.
Yeah, but they didn't have to because that is 7-2 top lane. Right?
Yeah, they really didn't, and like, dear lord,
like their top side was nuts.
it looked like early on that
what is that 13-4 top side? Yeah, okay.
Early on, Aurelia was doing well. Like once, like up until she got past the goddamn it, Wit's End. When she got past building Wit's End,
I really don't know any items now.
they're all out of my head right now. I haven't been on top of my shit. But she gets past Wit's End, and then the whole game just unravels, and she can't keep up with anybody, and she's useless. And I'm just like, I don't. Why did you pick this? You're not gonna kill Vladimir late game with Aurelia. What are you doing? And then she doesn't build magic damage. Like she has no magic damage in her kit besides her W and her ultimate. So the magic shred is doing nothing for you. It's just giving you, what is it, 30 MR or 25 MR?
I don't know off the dome.
It just seems
no, it definitely wasn't very good, by the way. That definitely was. And he seemed to have some like questionable ass plays. Like at one point he was like getting a tower bot lane, and he just died, and then his team ults in with like big, and they just die, like for no ass reason.
So I'm still like Dardoch and Meteos seem mostly interchangeable at this point for me. I still think Dardoch does a little better with Crown, but I
went 9-0 with Meteos.
But like, wait, he's 9-0 with Meteos?
Yes, in the first.
In the game.
In like one game, like his stat line.
I thought you meant match record. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Meteos only got a win last week with him.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not trolling you that aggressively.
But like, I don't think Dokla's that good, and like, I guess they have something behind the scenes, but I don't think Dokla and Arrow just seem like, who are you and what are you doing here?
No, it doesn't seem like Arrow's the issue.
Arrow doesn't seem like he's consistent enough, and neither does Dokla. And Dokla just seems like he's bad.
No, Dokla doesn't seem good at all. But my thing is that Dokla seems to be having a rough time right now, but Arrow never feels like the thrower, right? Like, and I sympathize with the AD carry that sometimes if your top side is getting slapped, then it's just kind of hard for you to do anything. Right, but like he's 1-1-1 with 369 farm at 37, right? Like he's not throwing this game.
He's not, but he's playing Draven. The point of Draven is to dominate your lane, and he didn't do it.
He didn't do it because his team got pounded.
Not the bottom half of the team.
I mean, I don't remember what happened early game, so I won't comment, to be honest, but that's
like,
fair.
Especially because the top side of the map had pressure early. Raleigh was doing well early game, and then it fell over. But like, if you're not winning lane and not smashing your opponents on Draven, there's no point to Draven because he's a walking liability. Like, I want to know how much gold he lost on that death from stacking gold. Like, just a lot of his power is in that gold scaling, and if you're not cashing it in like on a kind of regular basis, like, what are you doing? You're not getting anywhere. This is why I don't think Draven's really good in pro play, is that kills are so scarce and it's so hard to, like, Draven gets kill, Draven cashes farm. Like, it's so hard to, like, orchestrate that you're never going to do it reliably, and they can just be like, okay, they have Draven. Bot lane's going to pick safe and play passive so that we can make pressure topside and then get Dragon on a good gank bot lane and shut down Draven stacking. It's just like, well, there goes Draven, right out the window. Totally useless.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe not the strongest pick. Yeah, it just seems too risky.
Did we talk about Foxfly already?
No.
I have not.
But we also haven't talked about
TLGGS. Okay, so now we're going to talk about TLGGS.
At least I can keep track of what we're doing. All right, TLGGS. Wow, best team in the league. Claps a pretty good team in the league.
Yeah.
6-1-11 for my boy D-Lift. 9-0-6 from my former boy, now sort of boy, Jensen.
So they gave Froggen.
Sorry, it's Fergine.
Fergine. Oy,
they gave Fergine Carthus.
We'll call him Fergine if we get. I'll call him Fergine if you call him Reckles.
I always call them Reckles. Anyway.
So they gave Froggen Carthus.
Young money Froggen.
And I was waiting for it to pay off, and then it paid off once, and then never again. Just never again.
I mean, this was another one-sided thrashing, right?
It felt like Golden Guardians was putting up an okay fight. They got a couple of Drakes out of it. It was 2-5 on Drakes, so they weren't entirely falling over, but I feel like they had a couple of really bad team fights. They had that one team fight that that Deathly started in mid lane where Carthus was still walking up and then just had to ult for the fight to just be in the fight at all because he would have had to either walk and do nothing or ult and hope something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like Deathly kind of threw this game. And then I feel like Ole did something really bad this game that I cannot remember. But, yeah, Ole. Oh yeah, level 1 or something really early. Ole and the jungler were invading for a kill and they got one. But then on the way out, Tom Kench walks up and licks up Contracts and kills him. But Ole didn't walk a foot to the right and block it. And that was so tilting. Watching Ole not support his jungler like that was super tilting.
No, I agree. I want to pull up the VOD because I want to find that. Okay. No, keep talking because now I have to...
I feel like this game was definitely on the bot side of Golden Guardians. The bot side went 110-6 overall, and was down like 50 farm, and I just that feels awful.
Oh yeah, dude, it was like literally crazy.
Yeah, I'm just sitting like, okay, cool, you can block the next hit. Oh my god, you didn't block the next hit. How do you do this to your teammates, Ole? Oh
wow, he really just gave that up.
Yeah, he just throws it right out the window.
He literally just he's not. Oh my god.
It's
wow. That's not great.
It hurt to watch. And I'm like, Contracts must be so mad. That was such a really good early play.
Flaming him so hard right there. He's like, you're actually fucking reported for griefing.
Ole did I think he did something of an AMA or something, or did an interview, and he did an interview, and he said in the interview that he's helping deftly with his mental. And did you hear what happened at MSI with Team Liquid when Ole said he was gonna bench himself?
No.
Double blew up at Ole. He took him aside and basically chewed him out for throwing MSI for the team. Not that was gonna make it better, but Ole subbing out at MSI was an awful thing. And the fact that Ole's the one helping deftly with his mental gives me serious qualms with how Golden Guardians are dealing with the psychology in their team. Like, I don't... They need to hire a sports psychologist ASAP. And, like...
Someone call Weldon, dog.
Weldon's on CLG. And, Hoi! Yeah! It's not going so well for Weldon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It feels hard to talk about TL games at this point because it's like, wow, they slapped. Okay.
Yeah, they're really one-sided, but this one especially, it just felt like Golden Guardians bot lane just threw this one. They threw this one hard.
Yeah, that was sad. Okay, next game. FlyQuest versus an egghead. Wow, holy shit. Santorin actually popped off this game. Ooh, so did Pobe. Damn, the whole team popped off. Another spicy-ass Jinx game. Another spicy Jinx game. Sorry. Wow, we're both... Okay. Another spicy-ass Jinx game for my boy Wild Turtle. That was all I was trying to say. And yet, we spent like 40 seconds here.
So, this looked like a really good weekend for FlyQuest to prove that they can beat shit teams. They played like the two worst teams in the league and did really well against them. So I think it really cemented them as we're going to playoffs. We're a playoff team right now. We're gonna show up. But I don't know how they're gonna do against TSM, Cloud9, and TL, because they seem to be a whole another step above them. Especially because they went 1-3 when they had to play against those three teams. So I don't know how they're gonna do in playoffs, but it looks like they're gonna make it without even trying at this point.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much there, right? Are FlyQuest guaranteed?
No, the only team guaranteed right now is TL.
No, C9 is.
Maybe after this weekend, didn't check.
No, like I'm telling you, they are.
Okay.
It was after this weekend. C9 was for sure in.
Looking at FlyQuest comp, it's honestly a little questionable to me. Like it's a hyper team fight, or not even a hyper team fight comp, but like if this comp fell behind, they were screwed because they're basically relying on Jax to split push. But they didn't fall behind. I think Santorin had a lot of stacks early on Kindred, so it looked pretty good. But I feel like there were a lot of ways this could have gone wrong. And
yeah,
Fox had a pretty good split push team fight comp, but they executed like doo-doo. It went really bad. And turns out when you give Jinx 5 kills and
very
Tristana 0, Jinx can win for a little while. That's
very true. I will never contest
This was the fastest game of the split, by the way. This is the fastest game of the split. Yeah. 23-19 is the fastest game of the split.
That's wild. Wasn't there one split where they had like a 17-minute game?
I think the two of the other top 4 fastest games of the split are held by TSM and C9 against FlyQuest. Because they had that one weekend where they both speed ran FlyQuest.
Yeah, I remember that. We took turns. That was funny.
That was a funny weekend.
That was good for both of us, I think.
That was funny to just watch They had that weekly wrap up thing they have to prepare you for the next week, for the LCS or the LoL Esports did.
Yeah.
And they had a thing where they had like TSM and C9 racing to beat FlyQuest, and they had them had their times and shit. It was like a SGDQ. It was funny. I love that. I like some of the content the LCS has been putting out. I wish they'd do more of it.
Science Speedway was fun.
Science Speedway has been kind of funny. There was a whole Reddit post about how they calculate Scion Speedway, and it was like this whole debate over whether or not I think Licorice got shafted.
He did.
No, he didn't. The time was correct because they had
No, you got shafted because Licorice is the best top laner in the world.
yeah, this whole thing where they went over exactly how they put it out.
Dude, Niski was trash at that.
Was he? Oh my god, this is.
Oh,
I don't play Scion.
I don't know about the accent, but the Silas
Yeah, that was
1v1
probably
was
a
also
worse
very
accent.
funny.
Oh, I think I didn't. Yeah, I stopped watching after the Scion Speedway part.
I literally just watched the VOD. Silas, Licorice got clapped.
They should highlight Scion Speedway out because then I just watched the Scion Speedway video. It takes so long for them to do anything in LCS tonight. Okay, back to the games.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Sorry. Fly Fox, good game. Fox looks weak. Panda, this game, 052, did not look very good. Bot lane,
how do you get the fastest game of the split held against you like this? Like, Jesus Christ, you should never, ever be the fastest game of the split.
Well, someone has to be.
It used to be Golden Guardians, but now it's Fox.
Yeah, but Golden Guardians all of a sudden just turned that shit on.
But hey, look, it's one thing when you lose to the best team in the league. It's another thing when you lose to a team who's like probably gonna make playoffs. That's the best thing you can say about them.
Yeah, like no one's gonna blame you for getting clapped out by Team Liquid. They're gonna be like, yeah,
they're Team Liquid. They're doing pretty good right now. Yeah, they're a little bit on fire. They're probably going to MSI. And then it's just like, wait a minute, you got 100%. Sorry, you got the fastest game of the split. Again, wait, hang on. They were 3 deaths away from it being a perfect game.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. That's sad. That's a sad time. I can't believe that Turtle, Centaur, and Viper threw their perfect game like that. Oh my god! And 2 of their deaths were on the final push!
Yeah, they could have flamed Santorin so fucking hard.
Oh
they
my
didn't
god! Oh.
They could have flamed Santorin so hard.
Oh, that's sad. That's a sad time. Oh, that's right! Turtle bum rushes Fountain!
Yeah,
Turtle bum rushed Fountain!
Like, Turtle is as Turtle does, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on to C9 versus 100 times.
C9 100 Thieves? You mean Clutch Gaming versus C9? Wait, no, we did a C9 100 Thieves, I thought.
Did we? Oh yeah, we did with
yeah, we
Soligo.
talked about
I didn't close the tab. That's my gosh darn bad. CG versus CLG. Wow, a Zach pick. Sad to see it disrespected like this, but that's okay. 505, Hooney. Wow, good job. You didn't throw. Lyra, 407. Wow, good job, buddy. Demonte, hey, you look like you're back in form. Piglet, stop it.
Demonte's
okay.
been decent.
But he's back to his like extra decent form.
Lyra's been okay.
06 bot lane, by the way, for CLG. Lol.
I really don't like the Aurelia pick. I don't like it. Please don't pick it again.
They're gonna.
I know they are.
They're gonna pick it again. They're gonna put Cody's son and then make Cody's son play it.
I just feel like you could just 4-man bot lane and just kill Piglet twice. Why don't you do that? Like, they could have just done that. Why don't you just
fuck Piglet specifically?
Because he's
Why don't you take this one person
bot lane
and just make sure they have no fun?
Have you ever seen what happens when you give the Syndra ultimate on top of a mobile champion? It still hits them. It doesn't matter.
Whoops. I know.
I am so done with Aatrox. I don't think he's very good. Like, at all. I don't like the Aatrox pick on top lane. I don't really like it. I absolutely don't like it.
I like Aatrox support. You build spell thieves. You build spell thieves and you go all in all the time.
Can we not?
We can't.
You should not encourage people.
Oh, dude. Hey, you want to do it after this? No, I'm kidding. Anyway.
I don't think Auto is any better than Stixxay.
You need to get hooked 9 times.
Moon looks okay. I'm surprised that Moon isn't doing better than Wheatley. Moon has a lot more experience in the LCS. He's a kind of a veteran. I went and saw this man play at Madison Square Garden. Like, what the hell?
I think Moon is better than Wiggly. I think he just had a bad game.
I don't think he played too bad this game, but...
No, but, like, it's also hard to be good on Zach when your team's getting clapped.
Yeah.
You're basically a support tank. Like, all your job is to start the fight. So,
yeah,
like,
your job
if all
is
you
to
can do,
jump backline and hope you grab somebody.
If all you can do is start the fight and then watch your teammates get clapped in the fight, like, yikes. There goes you. Like, okay, good job, good pick, I guess. But, like,
CG had a really kind of snowball high precision comp. I don't even want to call it high precision. It's more like face roll, where they just kind of hope that they win the team fight on top of you. Meanwhile, CLG had this kind of pick comp with a little bit of team fight in it, and I don't see that, like, it wasn't gonna work into this like team fighty skirmishy comp from Clutch.
Yeah.
So also, I don't know why Zach's second item Warmogs. Did Zach even have enough health?
That's actually pretty standard. You
use
do that
it?
on Sejuani too.
I think Sejuani gets a bonus health. I don't. Like, maybe with the Kindle Gem he had enough health to do it, but it feels like he was going to be really close to that health threshold to use Warmogs.
Yeah, but whatever. What level was he? 13? Oh, he had it.
But I mean, that means he had the item for a little while though, so there might have been a period where he didn't have the Warmogs regen. Not that I think Zach needs it so much. Like,
No, but the thing is, like, usually if you get it, that means you're really far ahead and you got it early in levels, and then, like, fine. So what? You have a shitload of health, you'll get more health than items, or you'll just scale into it in levels, right? Like,
I would have rather gone for a Spirit Visage and.
wow, you're trolling with the MR today, dude.
I mean, they have a percentage health MR from I can't name things anymore. They're gone. They have a percentage magic damage from Rumble. They got a Lysandra who does a shitload of damage, especially to the tank, who's gonna live longer than everyone else, hopefully. So, I don't know what to do for CLG. I feel like it's good that they're trying things, but I don't feel like they have a lot of options. Like, you don't sub out Power Evil, and I don't see a reason to sub out Biofrost. It seems like Biofrost is their shot caller, and they apparently picked Otto because he's more vocal in the team. Like, that's one of the reasons they gave for putting in Otto, and I'm just like, your AD carry doesn't need to be vocal. You don't need double lift anymore. Double lift isn't actually a good thing for him to be vocal. Like, there was a whole thing on old CLG where he was telling Dexter how to do his job mid-game, and it was a problem because Double was telling Dexter how to do his job.
Yeah, LOL.
So I don't know why you're swapping out your AD carry to get a more vocal AD carry when your AD carry should kind of be doing what the team says and playing for the team. You're like, AD carries need to sit down and shut up and make me a sandwich. I'm sorry, what?
Yikes, bye. Okay. Do you have anything productive to say about this game, or should we get into predictions?
I don't know what to do for CLG. I don't know how to help them.
No, dude, me either. It feels like I literally have no idea what's going on with this team. Everyone who used to be good is not good, and everybody else who's on it is also not good. And it feels like they're never playing as a team ever under any circumstances.
Pick Jax again.
By
If
the
you can
way,
pick Jax again, pick Jax again. That's it.
Damn.
That's it. That's my advice. Pick Jax.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it worked once.
Worked once, why not twice? Prediction.
I mean, I see no failures in that line of thinking.
It's better than
That belief
losing
has
the game
literally
anyways.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Lose more? Great, whatever.
Optic versus CLG. After the discussion we've just had, I think we're both in agreement that it's Optic.
Yeah, we should say that we've transitioned now into predicting next week's
Maybe.
matchups. Also, we got everything. I think we mentioned this earlier. We got everything right except CLG versus CG this week.
Yeah.
Okay. FLT, I'm pretty sure you meant to write FlyQuest.
I did mean to write FlyQuest.
Versus 100 Thieves. FlyQuest.
Yeah, FlyQuest.
TSM versus Golden Guardians.
TSM. Without a doubt.
CG versus TL. LOL. TL.
Fox versus Cloud9.
Well, did you also pick TL?
Yeah, of course I picked TL.
Okay, well, I wrote it for you, but I needed to know. Fox versus C9. It's C9.
Yeah, it's C9.
Okay.
Wow, this is another really one-sided week.
Yes.
Yeah, Golden Guardians versus Clutch Gaming. Golden Guardians from both of us.
Yep. CLG versus
TSM. TSM from both of us. We're just. Is this gonna be the whole goddamn weeks?
The rest of the maybe 100 versus Fox. Actually, this one is probably the one we're most likely to get wrong.
Yeah, probably.
This one feels like a legitimate just coin toss. Like
I don't even want to pick this one. I don't know who's gonna win.
You gotta pick. I know what I'm leaning.
I don't know. I'll go with 100 Thieves. I think Sunday's probably just the deciding factor here.
I'm also leaning 100 Thieves, but do I want to make it interesting? Nope. 100. Right.
I'm just like they have Sunday.
This 100 Thieves
Sunday's
versus Fox,
weird, but
I
it's
think we
also
would both
good.
agree is the most likely for us to be wrong here.
Yeah, without a doubt.
C9 versus Optic. I don't know. C9. TL versus FlyQuest. I don't know. TL.
None of the middle of the pack or upper pack teams are playing each other, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway, pretty sure that does it for us if you want to take us home.
Actually, I probably should have put this in because I think Morgana and Kale are coming in this week, aren't they?
I think they are. I think they're going to 9.5, but if they are, we can talk about it next week, I guess.
They're on 9.4 for one more week. Or are they?
I literally don't know.
When did 9.5 come out? This week?
Dude, we really should know these things.
I should know these things. I'm pretty sure 9.5 came out 8 days ago.
Here's what I'll say, Anthony.
So yes, they're moving to 9.5 next week.
Okay. Should we just talk about Kale next week then?
I guess.
Because we have to see if it's even picked, right? We can preface it. I don't think Kale's insane. I think Kale
takes a while to get online.
She takes a long time, and I think 2 ganks in her lane make it an even longer time, obviously. And Morgana, I think, is still good. The speed boost, I think, makes her better.
I don't think it changed much.
No, I don't think it changed much on her tier list. I just think that she's marginally better than she was, right? You can press R and not immediately have to predict a flash, right? That's cool, but
I think Kale, like you said, Kale is definitely weak.
Weak early. She needs 2-3 items in level 11 to 16.
You need to counter pick it into something benign like Scion to even be relevant. And even then, it's just I've counter picked with Kale. We're playing to level 16 now.
Yeah. That's how you pick a 50-minute game.
You can't just pick Kale and be the other team be Jace, you'll lose. The game's over. Jace gets to throttle you for 15 minutes with the jungler. Your game's over, guys. There's a 5-0 Jace now. That's the game. So yeah, that's mostly it I think about Kale.
Yeah, I think if we see the more Kale picks, then next week we can get a little deeper to them. But I was not prepared to talk about them. So why don't you take us home, big fella?
That'll do it for this week on the Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can catch us every week on twitch.tv/NizzyTV11 at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a really great day.
Have a great day, gang.